Alexa, set timer for 30 minutes. Good morning. I've been awake for a little bit and I need to get ready for work. But first, I want to try this idea that I had, undirty under 30. It's something I've been wanting to try for a while now. And I've only done it a couple of times privately with my camera, and then I edited the videos, and then I waited forever to post them, and now I finally get to share the idea because the video went live a couple days ago, the idea video. So anyways, my name's Crystal. I'm the Deslob student because I am not the expert at decluttering or cleaning or keeping a clean home. And I was inspired to start my channel because of Dana K. White. She is my decluttering idol, my mentor that I look up to and aspire to be someday. I really loved following her blog for so many years. And then when she wrote her book, and I bought her audiobook and would follow her on YouTube a couple of times, and now she's making more regular videos, which I'm so grateful for. I don't know her personally. I'm just a fan, and I really identify with how she talks about her brain because I have ADHD and I have a hard time getting motivation, getting focused, getting things completed. I play a lot of games with myself, and one of my most favorite game, or I guess trick, is to put my camera on hyperspeed and let it record while I'm working. It feels like there's a deadline. It feels like there's a reward to watch it afterwards. There's a lot of things that help my ADHD process that, and that's my favorite. That's my favorite thing to do when it comes to cleaning, because it is so rewarding. All right, so I've set my Alexa timer for 30 minutes. I got to get ready to go to work. So I'm sorry I'm not my best and most fresh right now. But I figure progress is better than perfection. Getting something done is better than getting nothing done. And if you weren't here with me, I would be getting nothing done, honestly. Speaking of which, I know nobody's here with me. There's nobody watching. There's nobody here with me, like physically on the chat right now. But I have had a couple people comment on my undirty under 30 video that even if they can't watch it live, maybe they'll come back and watch it later. So thank you so much for commenting and sharing that with me, because yeah, this is for you later. I just opened up my dishwasher and I found that my dish pod never opened. Actually, I don't even think it got started because this would have been dissolved. I think my son was trying to be helpful by doing some dishes. And because the dishwasher is not full, that's probably why he didn't start it. And that dishwasher just doesn't close very well. So that's what I'm going to work on right now. In the next 30 minutes or so, I guess I have less than 30 minutes, I'm going to load the dishwasher. It's mostly loaded right now, but I'm going to finish loading it. One of the ideas that I have for this undirty under 30 live thing is to get more involvement from others. So, for example, if people are shy and don't want to participate out loud with these little things, I'd eventually like to maybe do like a Zoom meeting, and people that want to show their face and want to talk to others and want to have a community where we're all working on something simultaneously during that 30 minutes. Like that would probably be a really cool thing to have, like a daily support group or a weekly support group where we're all working on something, whether we're organizing mail or working on our dishes or whatever we're doing. Even if it's just to sit and chat to each other and encourage each other. And people don't have to show their face if they're shy, and they don't have to speak if they're shy. But there's some of us that do. We do want that companionship, and whether you're not isolated or you are isolated, whether it be for COVID or not for COVID, whether it be for whatever reasons, you're craving that social interaction, I think a Zoom meeting would be really beneficial to a lot of us that are craving that. And I know for myself anyways that I struggle with being social and making friendships because I'm afraid of feeling disappointed or abandoned if people don't show up, or people want to leave early, or people don't follow through. I'm very sensitive to people not following through. I'm sure that has something to do with not having a consistent childhood where adults in my life didn't follow through. Not to get too deep or too personal right now, that's just kind of where I'm at, where instead of allowing my childhood to dictate how my relationships are in my adult life, I want to take back control over my adult life and say, no, I don't want to be this hermit that never talks to anybody because I'm afraid of getting hurt. I want to step into my potential and reach out to others, whether they're a friend or a family member or even a complete stranger, and say, hey, I struggle with keeping my apartment clean and tidy. Do you? Are you like me? Do you have a hard time getting motivated? Do you have a hard time staying on task? Do you have a hard time feeling worthy of having a clean space? Yeah, I've got all kinds of little things that make me feel like I'm not worthy of having a clean space. But those are really just negative thoughts that have been programmed into my mind since I was a young child. It's up to me if I want to take back my life and to change that narrative and move forward with a different sort of thought pattern in my brain, you know? So I think having daily check-ins, not just for me, but for a group of us, I think that would be very helpful. It would help us practice a new wave of thoughts, like, oh, I deserve to have a clean sink before I go to work this morning. Or, oh, I deserve to have a fresh smelling apartment when I come home after work. I want to feel like I deserve that. And I think if I practice that enough, I'll start believing that I deserve it. I noticed a couple times in some of my videos, I mentioned that I want my bedroom to be welcoming, or I want my apartment to be welcoming. And I recognized later that I didn't get specific on what that meant for me. That didn't mean that I want it welcoming to my mom or to a neighbor or my kids. I mean, that's nice too. I want it to be welcoming to me. I want my house to greet me, my home to greet me when I walk in the door with a smile. How do you get a home to greet you with a smile? Well, it sure as heck isn't dishes in the sink, and it sure isn't a bed that hasn't been made in 3 weeks. Like, I want to feel like, oh, when I come home, like, look at my home. She's smiling for me. She wants me to enjoy being here. And how do I get my home to smile when I come home? I have to put in the work. I have to do the hard stuff that I don't feel like doing, and I have to make it welcoming for me. And I have to give that to myself. That's a gift I give to myself. So what I was going to do today while I'm loading the dishwasher was I was going to watch Dana's video. I put the link in the description. And her video talks about what to do when you're emotionally exhausted and you don't feel like doing anything. Well, you really need to watch that video if you haven't watched it yet. But the advice she says is decision making can be so daunting of a task, so overwhelming, that sometimes we don't do anything because decision making is hard enough as it is in our day-to-day lives. So we let the clutter up because that's just a bunch of decisions that we have to make. And so her video is really helpful because she gives advice. Sorry, 1 second. She gives advice on how to move through those decluttering spaces, those cluttered up spaces. She gives advice on how to move through those cluttered spaces without having to make a bunch of tough decisions. So let's watch that video together. I'm not going to show you the video because it makes it really laggy and her mouth doesn't move correctly to the sound when I share it. So watch the video below, but you'll listen to it and I'll stop and pause and we can talk about it, or I'll talk about it. And my goal is to do her steps with maybe the countertop today, or a box of clutter that I need to go through, or a bathroom drawer or something. So that's where I'm at right now with my thoughts. I've been talking mostly, but I've been working on this dishwasher for a little less than 12 minutes, and now I'm ready to start my dishwasher. So while I start that, let me go ahead and start her video. Again, you're not going to see her, but you will hear her while you and I listen to her. So here's what she's saying.
All right, I am recording this in August, almost September of 2021. So we're going to be talking about something that is very much real right now, but it applies forever and always, especially for people like me. So we are talking about emotional exhaustion and how it can just make you feel like you can't possibly declutter. But I'm also going to give you a solution, okay? Because I have good news. First 3 steps of my decluttering process require no emotions. And, well, none of my steps require emotions, and they don't even require any decisions to be made. Because here's the thing. We are living in this weird time right now where just to be going about your normal life, making dinner, doing things, living, having any kind of relationships with people, whatever, we're making so many more decisions than we ever used to have to make. Okay. Like everything's a decision. Like things that used to be things that, I've always been an intentional type of person who thought through things, but every little thing, every interaction, everything we do, everything we commit to, school, football, church, people, relationships, friends, everything is a decision that we have to make, that we have to think through. And so you see clutter and you think, if I can put that off, like I don't have to absolutely deal with that. I've got enough decisions that I absolutely have to make. But that clutter, I can just leave it there. And because I don't want to make decisions. I don't want to feel anything that I don't absolutely have to feel right now. I don't want to go through any like big difficult things to figure out at this time because there is enough that I have to deal with. And then life happens and it just like sends you right over the edge because you're emotionally exhausted. And because these things are happening anyway, when we can avoid having to go through emotions, if absolutely have to, then we do. And so that's why some of my people were really surprised when all these years they've been thinking, well, if I was just at home, then all this would be easy. I'd have time to deal with clutter. And then they were at home and looked around and were like, I can't do it. And part of that, there's a lot to it. One of the real issues is emotional energy. So what we're going to talk about is working through clutter without using emotions, without making decisions, which means I can make real progress without having to expend any emotional energy. Know that you can go ahead and do something without fearing that you are going to end up feeling all these things you don't have the energy to feel right now. Remember the better video when I talked about how better is the goal? This is going to get you better. This is going to get your space better. You're not going to finish, but the first 3 steps of my decluttering process require no decisions to be made. The first step is trash, like actual obvious trash, not like, is this trash? No, we're not doing that. Okay, we're talking about like actual, oh my word, why is that in there? Trash. The second step is easy stuff. My definition of easy stuff is stuff that you don't have to make a decision about, okay? It already has an established home. There's no questions to ask myself. I don't have to think about it. It's just, oh, why is that in here? It needs to be somewhere else, and then we take it there. And then the third step is your donations, okay? Meaning the stuff that just needs to go, that you don't have to think about, that you're like, why have I not already gotten rid of this? So we're not making any tough decisions. And I'm going to show you in my kitchen drawer, that was part of my dramatic presentation just now. This is the real actual clutter in it. So someone who edits my videos has been saying, hey mom, don't you want to do a video about that drawer? So now's the time. We're going to do a video about that drawer. I hope you're happy. Okay.
All right. So that was all I wanted to watch of her video while I'm on this live thing with you, because I want you to at least understand where I'm getting my ideas from. Not my ideas, where I'm getting my strategy from. The strategy from. And that's 1, trash, grab the trash. 2, here's a reminder. Leave the house if you want to have any time. Leave the house if you want to have any time. That is my, like if I need to go to the grocery store or something like that. That's my reminder. Leave the house if you want to have any time. Leave the house if you want to have any time. That's my reminder in case I want to go to the grocery store or go get gas or just have time to take my time to get to work. This is my time where I have to start leaving. And I haven't even gotten ready for work. So obviously I won't be going anywhere else before work today. Anyways, what I was saying is the strategy that she proposes is to grab all the trash first. Second, look for items that shouldn't be there and go take them there now. So if you know where the home is, you know where it goes, you know that you don't have to make a whole lot of emotional decisions on either of those two. Trash is trash, and 2, it goes where it needs to go. So I am grabbing the trash off the kitchen counters after doing the dishes. And this is just undirty under 30. So I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on anything today. But even just 30 minutes is going to help me do those 2 steps, right? So I've grabbed some trash. I've got a tea towel. That doesn't go there, but it goes just right there on that thing. I've put dishes in the sink. I've got more trash. It's funny when you start picking up things and you think you've grabbed all the trash, and then you realize, oh, there's some more things that I can pick up. Oh, look, and there's more trash. And it's like those 2 steps alone, as she says, improves a space dramatically. I haven't made any tough decisions. I haven't made any emotional decisions. I haven't had to think about either of those. It goes where it goes, and it is where it is, right? Those are buns. So anyways, even if I was to stop there, just like she says, if I was to stop there, this space has already improved a ton. And I've got some more dishes in the sink and some Dish is just sitting right there. But as she says, we're not looking for perfect. We're looking for better. And that is exactly why I love Dana's philosophy so much, is because a lot of what prevents me from moving forward is feeling a lot of shame or a lot of guilt because it's not living up to this perfection idealization that I have in my mind. I'm not a perfectionist by any means. However, I feel that others' perfectionist expectations that have been placed on me has caused me to feel so much shame and paralyzation that I don't have any desire to even attempt things because I know I'm not going to meet their expectation. And so when I wonder to myself, where is this coming from? Why do I think it has to look a certain way? Is that my expectation or is that somebody else's expectation? Is that my shame or is that somebody else's shame? Is someone shaming me, shame on you, Crystal, for not having a tidier house? Or is that my shame? Did I adopt that shame from somebody else? Is that really what I think? Is that really what I feel? And if I'm honest with myself, I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of how hard I work. I'm proud of how much I can accomplish in one 24-hour period. I know a lot of people that are physically incapable, who are mentally exhausted, emotionally exhausted, who invest all their time and energy into other things that they have to, whether it be children or work or spouses and stuff. And it's like, I had to learn the hard way how to put myself first. And as foreign and odd and weird as that is for me, I'm learning that that's exactly what I need. I need to put the oxygen mask on myself first before I'm able to assist anybody else fully, really. So part of that is putting my apartment as a priority so that I feel good about my environment when I come home. That's really all this boils down to. So I think I have hardly any time left. Alexa, how much time left on my timer? 7 minutes. Let's think of something else I can work on. I don't think this box is going to get done, but like Dana says, and I'm really grateful for Dana's video because it reminds me I don't have to be perfect. It reminds me I don't have to get it done. But I have a box here with random things. I'll show you in just a second. I'm grabbing all these water bottles that I like to recycle and put water in them instead of buying more water bottles. All right, so this box here, I don't have a front-facing camera, so I'm holding the laptop. I've got a package, I've got some books, I got junk mail. Basically, what I'm doing right now is I'm glancing at this box, and the first step is to grab the trash and take it to the trash now. Make an easy decision just to do the trash first. And this package, I already know what's in it. It's a subscription. I'm just throwing that away. I have a subscription through Amazon for these probiotic cranberry prebiotic capsules to help with the feminine tract UTI prevention stuff, right? My daughter and I are susceptible to UTIs. So by taking one of those vitamins every day, that helps us develop the antibodies needed rather than always being on antibiotics. The probiotics help that. And it's called, just in case you're interested, because I've had people swear by this and we've actually had success in the last few months since we started this subscription where it just comes automatically every month. So I already knew what was in the package, but I just threw the package away. Probiotics with prebiotics. You can type in VH Essentials in your Amazon browser to see if you can look into that if you're interested, of course. What's another thing of trash? I honestly don't know when these coupons expire, but if I'm honest with myself, I don't want to spend money anyway. So why am I even looking? I don't know. All these expired yesterday. So that's funny. There's books in here. Obviously, books don't go in this box, so why don't I take these books to a shelf? Bookshelf. 1 second. I've got way too many books for that bookshelf, but that's not the point of this video. We're not making any tough decisions. We don't have to decide what books we're going to keep or get rid of, right? That's what I love about Dana's advice is you not only take it there now, but you're really just trying to work on the space that you're decluttering. But if you just put it aside to take it there later, you're really just transferring the clutter to another spot that you're going to have to tackle later anyway. So I'd rather take it to the spot where books will be. And if I ever need a book, I know where to go find it. Oh, I know what this box is. This is a donation box because I put these snowman plates in an empty box with the intentions of donating it. And I think when my son tidied up, he just threw other things in here for the sake of transferring clutter. So I've got my donatable donate box. I love that term, donatable donate box. I found some more junk mail. So I'm going to put this in my recycle pile. I guess I could have done that with the coupons too. I'm a recycler, girl. All right, and now I'm going to get ready to go to work with just a couple of shakes of a lamb's tail. Or is that how they say it? Hold on. Oh, look at this cute little thing. It's a little box that says Floofy. I bought it because of the tail. It shakes and it vibrates and it's purrs type of thing. It's a cute little warwol, or what is that? Narwhal? Is it a narwhal? It's a unicorn sea thing. Is that what it's called? I think it's called a narwhal, right? Yeah, anyways, it's super cute. Anyways, let me put this somewhere. See, I don't have a place for this. I don't know where I'm going to... These came from my car. Tissues. If I needed tissues, I guess bathroom. Alrighty, Aphrodite. I am done for now. I want to get ready for work, jump in the shower, change my clothes. I'm glad I was here to do this today. I'm glad my kitchen looks a little tidier than it did before. Maybe I don't have to work on the kitchen every time. Maybe I can grab a box and just tackle it once in a while. And it is my goal to do these daily. Now, will I accomplish that goal? So hopefully with your encouragement, your thumbs up, your comments, if you want to share this with anybody, maybe you can help me join a circle of people that want to do a Zoom in the mornings. If not, I'll just keep doing these things by myself until we're kind of all together for half an hour every morning. just checking in on each other and giving each other support and thumbs ups and all that stuff, right? Wouldn't that be great? I'm really grateful for you guys for the love and support that you do give me and all these years that I have been on this journey of self-discovery. Alexa, stop. And yeah, even though my channel's not big by any means, it's not intended to get monetized. I'm not trying to change the world or offer any, programs or please buy my book or anything like that. I'm not trying to do any of that in this journey of mine. I'm really just trying to figure out my little corner of this world and sharing my progress because I don't want to feel alone anymore. That's the truth. Anyways, yeah, thanks for listening. I know I didn't do a full 30 minutes of decluttering or cleaning, but that's okay. Sometimes just talking is helpful and therapeutic as well. And maybe sometimes that's all that's needed. All right, thanks so much for watching, and I will talk to you later.